It's a major award! 5280 Sports Network and your Morning Minute on a Football Friday. Nate Lundy, Sean Drotar, and his award, TJ Carpenter as well. It's just a joke. If you don't really get it, you got to listen to the show in the morning, 7 to 9 on Mile High Sports Radio. Guys, tomorrow, preseason game number 2, Paxton Lynch's chance to go in, seize, control, own the starting quarterback position. Can he do it?
He can do it. I think the Broncos, remember, they want Paxton Lynch to take this job. He's their first-round pick. They traded up for him. They want to see something that allows them to do it. When you look at the freak out about the fact he had a good practice, again, I want to reiterate, a good practice yesterday in San Francisco, that tells you how badly that this team wants Lynch to take the job. So if he goes out there, works through his progressions, and makes accurate throws instead of just looking at one receiver, locking in and running, I think he has a chance. The question is, what we saw a week ago, can he make that kind of leap in basically 9 days?
TJ, same question. Can he do it?
No, he can't. Unless he finds the telephone booth from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, in which case, remember how they learned how to play guitar in like 30 seconds? Like, he could do that.
No, because none of the rest of us watched that movie.
he could learn how to play. If he could learn how to read defenses with a time machine, then yes, he could win the starting job. But not in the 2 weeks he doesn't meet the prerequisites of what a quarterback needs to do in this league.
A quarter and a half of Paxton Lynch is what's expected, then giving way to Trevor Siemian. We'll see what happens by the time the ones, the twos, all the shuffle. I think a lot of it, I've said this before, I think a lot of it has to do with the guys that are around each of them when they're out there. Are they actually out there with the ones, with the starting offensive line, etc.? That has a lot of effect on what winds up happening to them, I think, at quarterback because of the rhythm that they have with everybody else. I also think, and we talked about this on the show, we talked about this off air as well, that a lot of this is fan-driven. It is this sort of groundswell wave of people that also want to see Paxton succeed because they've read the Trevor Siemian book. They know what that one looks like because they saw it last season. And I think they recognize that in the toughest division in the NFL, it's probably going to take more than that to be able to vault themselves back into a wild card spot, let alone be in contention to win the division. And so I think the fans desperately want that as well. The trick is, as we've said many times on the show, off air, on Twitter, Snapchat with like weird filters on you, is the teams and the front offices that listen to the fans usually wind up sitting with them. You can't take that risk.
No, that is one of the truism there. The idea is, and you can't take that risk not only because of the wins losses, you can't take that risk because there are 52 other guys in that locker room. And you cannot ask players to go out there and sacrifice and risk injury. We see injuries in the NFL all the time, basically so another guy can get his feet wet. You have to be able to play, you have to be able to be the best guy at your position, because at every other position, that's what they expect.
And the players won't. Eric Goodman, who hosts the afternoon show here on 1340, had a really interesting tweet. He was talking to one of the guys on the team, and he said that basically the quarterback competition is over. Like, what quarterback competition? Simeon's our guy. So I think the players have already moved on from the competition. I think fans need to start as well.
I think that's what I would say in terms of, I asked the question of these two at the start of the video, whether or not Paxton can earn the job. Can he do it tomorrow? In my opinion, he can't, but that's not necessarily because I don't think he eventually can grow into it. It's because I think he dug himself too much of a hole over the last 2 weeks to just be able to flash over the course of a quarter and a half in Santa Clara tomorrow. We'll wait and see. Kickoff is a late one, 8 o'clock, I think, Mountain Time. But plenty to be able to react to. Be with us on Monday, 7 a.m. as we will recap the whole thing, plus the weekend after the Rockies blew it in a 4-game set against the Braves. They've now got 3 against the Brewers. So a lot to get to on Monday. We'll talk to you Monday morning, 7 a.m., Mile High Sports Radio. But for now, for TJ, for Sean, I'm Nate. Have a great weekend. We'll see you.